What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Boston Bruins season preview. Probably get it done for all 30 teams by the time the puck drops. Kind of been slacking. I usually start doing it towards the end of ends of July. It's been one of those weird off seasons. But start with the hometown team. Obviously made a shitload of moves this off season. Perplexed by a good amount of them, and got a new look team going into the 2015-2016 season in Boston. I'll settle my projected forward lines. I actually had a couple pretty nice discussions about what they look like. We got some different opinions from different fans, but end of the day, going on my thoughts with some influence from other people. Obviously, you gotta get a diversity of thought once in a while. So without further ado, first line, we got new acquisition Matt Bolesky on the left wing with David Krejci and David Pastrnak. My thing here is essentially swapping out Lucic for Bolesky in the circumstance. Kind of power winger on the left with Krejci and with the kids. So I think that's a pretty good fit. Kind of a no-brainer. Second line is a little interesting here. Go Brad Marchand on the left, Pierce Bergeron down the middle, obviously no-brainer. Then I go Brett Connolly there, and I actually the three right wings, Connolly, Pastrnak, and Jimmy Hayes. You can kind of flip around and do some different things with. I like Connolly on this line better than on the Krejci line. I want Pastrnak and Krejci to continue to work off each other, and I think Connolly kind of fits there pretty well. I thought they signed him to a pretty good contract, and I know he's a hell of a hockey player. And I think if he is given, opportunity at least out of camp to play with Bergeron and Marchand, he should really, produce and show why he was, the fifth pick in the 2010 NHL entry draft. Third line, Ryan Spooner down the middle. I almost said Natalie Spooner. I'm covering so much women's hockey lately. There's anything wrong with that. Center and Louis Erickson, Jimmy Hayes. Hayes, again, one of those right wings you can kind of slide in anywhere. He gives you some size, around the net. Spooner's playmaking ability, Louis, I think would fit in really well with those two guys. And, we saw how well Spooner played down the stretch last year. I thought for the first time, as a pro, Claude Julien really instilled a sense of confidence in the kid. And this was last preseason, September. I think 2 goals, and all Claude harped on was the negatives in the game. It's like, dude, put the puck in the net twice. Goal objective in hockey is to score more goals for the team, and his creativity and offensive awareness, will do him favors. Fourth line, Chris Kelly, Max Talbot, Zach Ronaldo. Nothing to see here. 2 former Flyers and the former Senator. Not the biggest fan of any of those 3 guys. My thoughts on the matter with those guys, and see how it all works out. Defense, Zdeno Chara and Zach Trotman, top pairing. Obviously Chara, one of the older players on this actually the oldest player on this Bruins roster. I think giving him a look with Trotman, who's on a one-way contract, will, I think Trotman during that opportunity, both can tee the puck up from the point. So look out goalies, Torrey Krug, Adam McQuaid, and then Seidenberg and Kevin Miller. Irwin's in the mix somewhere, so it's nothing really. I really wish they had a 6'4", 6'5", 22-year-old puck mover, but apparently those are expendable. Then for the forwards, the goalie situation, obviously Tuukka Rask. I think there will be a competition for backup. Subban, McIntyre. They'll probably bring in a veteran, between now and then. Even if it's on a PTO in camp, I think that's what you gotta do. I don't want to force one of those kids into that spot. I think if they're ready, I think let them compete for it. Then bring in a veteran. I'm trying to think the best comparison. I know he's on a contract with Florida, but like an Al Montoya type to push them. Guy's been around the league. Isn't gonna cost you a whole lot, and you get that stable veteran presence there. Again, this offseason was just weird. They had a pretty good backup goalie for a minute, Martin Jones, and they parlayed him into a first-round pick and Corrali out of Miami, Ohio. So definitely one of Sweeney's better, if not best moves. It's gonna be again not having Lucic on the team next year. Trading away Dougie Hamilton. I thought when he was starting to scratch the surface of what he can be and what he will be. Um, you know, just a weird sort of off season. Now, my prediction for the Bruins as a team, I don't see them in the playoffs. And my issue is the forwards are great. They'll score some goals, but catch 22 here is the defense can't get the puck out of the zone. Breaking out with this team, with this defense, is going to be a real pain in the ass. And, guys like Bergeron and Krejci, are good defensively and, come down and help out their D. But, if they're coming down, below the hash marks to receive passes because the defense can't move the puck outside of really Chara and Krug on a consistent basis. It's like, what are you going to do? So that's part of what makes the Eastern Conference playoff picture kind of out of the it makes it tough for the Bruins. I think you look at the East on the whole. I can't say for sure any of the teams that made the playoffs last year are going to miss. I mean, the easy answer is Ottawa, but they got a hell of a nucleus. They're realistically the same 8 teams that won the playoffs last year, coming back in it next year. But you look at Columbus; they suffered a historically unprecedented run of injuries. They will be back. You add a guy like Brandon Saad, they're going to be a much improved team. They'll be better than the 89 points they posted last year. Florida is going to be better. I think Buffalo is going to be significantly better. Buffalo won't contend for a playoff spot. Don't put back on that context. But they won't be in 15th place. They'll have more than 54 points. I think the over-under is probably 75 or 80 points this year for Buffalo. I think they'll be one of the more improved squads in the NHL. I think Danny Biles looking codes. They made some really smart moves in terms of making deals for guys and drafting that kid from Chelmsford. His name's Eichel. I think people like Ike. So that's my thoughts on the matter with Eastern Conference. I mean, I kind of pity the Bruins in this situation. I mean, if you had this squad last year, but I mean, even still, I don't like the D, and you know how I feel about having a good blue line. So this was definitely between the hometown bias, obviously, and just the moves. I mean, just because you make a shitload of moves, the team's gonna be better. And I think again the forward core on paper, and I'm higher on a few of these forwards than other people are. I think it's better than it was last year, but the D's a lot worse. We don't know who's going to back up Rats. It's really there's more questions than answers, and I think the question of will the Bruins make the playoffs, the answer is no. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes for the off season and beyond. Later, guys.